Hey, what's going on, guys? It's SidBrant. We're back here with another video. Today we're working on this 2006 Chevrolet Impala. The customer wants a thermostat replaced on it, so we're gonna jump right into it. Alright, so the thermostat is located down here where this hose is at. It's on this neck behind this hose. So the first thing we want to do is drain coolant out of the radiator so that we don't get coolant everywhere whenever we take that coolant neck off. Let's jack up the front end of the car on both sides. Alright, next you want to come under the front passenger side of the car. And if you look, you'll see this black hole right here. This is where your coolant is gonna come out from the radiator when we open the petcock. So the petcock is located right above this lip on the right side. I'll put an arrow at where it is. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go up top and we're gonna reach down and we're gonna open up this petcock with a bucket under this black hole. Alright, so once all the coolant stops flowing out of your radiator, you want to take some pliers and you want to loosen that hose clamp on the lower radiator hose coming off the engine. So take some pliers, put it on there, slide it down. Now you want to take the hose off. Put it to the side. Alright, take your 10mm wrench and a deep wall socket. And there are two bolts that you want to get out. There's a stud located on the driver's side of this neck. And on the passenger side of it, there is a regular bolt. So we want to get both of those out. On the passenger side. So now you can just take your neck off once you get those two out. And some fluid might come out. It's okay. So, and pay attention to the orientation that the thermostat went in there. This top part where this little nub is at was the top. So there's a little air bleeding valve on the thermostat. See the seals from the inside sticking out right there, and if you look down right at the top, you can see it's not where it should be. But yeah, this inner seal look like it's what went on this thermostat. So we're gonna take out this one and put the new one in the exact same orientation. So here is our new thermostat, and the little bleeder I'm talking about is located right at the top. You can see a little hole with a little gold thing in it. That's the air bleeder. And that on this one is located right there in the top left corner. So we're gonna take our old one out. Just give it a little pull. And we're gonna wanna clean up this mating surface real quick. So take a rag or whatever. And alright. So we're gonna take our new thermostat and just pop it in the same orientation the last one was. And you wanna make sure that gasket is free of any particles. This gasket right here on the outside, before you put it in, make sure it's free of any particles or anything like that that would contaminate it and let it leak. But once you got it in there, and we're ready to put it back in. So putting it back in is just the opposite of taking it out. Take that little rag and you want to clean the engine mating surface where it goes into down there. Remember, whenever you put it back in, make sure that little notch is at the top, and make sure that air bleeder is at the top too with the notch. And you want to put both of those with them facing up towards you whenever it's installed in the engine. So. Alright, take your bolt and your stud, put them back where they came from, and we're going to torque it. Alright, so you want to take your torque wrench and set it to 7 foot-pounds or 89 inch-pounds. Once you got both of those torqued, go ahead and take your hose and put it back on the neck. Make sure it's all the way on there, up to that little nub, and then put your hose clamp back on. Alright, at this point you can go ahead and close your petcock down at the bottom of the radiator. Alright, now we can go ahead and fill our system back up with coolant. Okay, once you got it filled, you want to give the hose a little squeeze to get some air out. And then you want to keep filling. And repeat. Alright, so once we've gotten to the point to where we can't bleed any more air out of the system by squeezing the hose, we're going to take our radiator cap. We're going to lightly put it on. We don't want to tighten it all the way down, but just enough to where it won't come off. And then we're going to do a cycle of engine bleeding, basically. So we're going to, with that cap lightly on, go in there. We're going to rev the engine up to 2,500 RPMs, and we're going to hold it there for 40 seconds. We're going to come back, top this off, put the cap on just like it is now, do it again for 2,500 RPMs for 30 seconds, and then the same thing for 20 seconds. And we're going to top it off each time in between, and then we'll see where we stand then. Alright, we'll shut it off. The cap shouldn't be under any pressure, so take our time, take it off. It does have a little steam, but like I said, it wasn't on that tight, so there wasn't no pressure. And now we'll top this off, and we'll repeat that again for the 30-second duration, and then for the 20-second duration. Okay, so after your final run at 20 seconds, and you top this off, you want to go ahead and tighten it all the way down. And then in this antifreeze bottle, you want to pour antifreeze in here until you get to the max fill line. Alright, so once you fill up that coolant bottle, you want to turn the car on, and you want to turn the heater on, and you want to run it at 2,500 RPMs until it gets up to operating temperature on the coolant gauge. So what we're doing here, we're getting that thermostat to open up. Once we feel good, steady heat coming out here, and this gets about halfway, it might be a little under halfway, but once it gets around there, then we'll know our thermostat is fully open, and we can top off the rest of the system. Alright, so you want to come down here and you want to look and inspect that housing where you put that thermostat in for any leaks. So just take a good look around every part of the housing that you can see and see if you see any water coming from under it, on the side of it, anything like that. If not, we're gonna wait 30 minutes to an hour for this car to cool off, and then we're gonna top off this reservoir one more time and we'll be done. And at this point, you can go ahead and put the car back on the ground while you're waiting. Alright, so it's been about 30-40 minutes. So at this point, your coolant tank is the only thing that you want to open now. So if it dropped any below that max fill line, then you want to go ahead and top it off up to the max fill line, and then you're done with this job. Alright guys, that's all I got for you today. That's how you change the thermostat in the 2006 Chevrolet Impala with a 3.5 liter V6. So if you like the video, like it. If you don't like it, dislike the video, let me know why. And that's all we got. Stay cool. Peace.